All right. Yep, we're good. We can see charts. Awesome. Thank you. Hey, Moses, welcome. Great. All right. So here is my analysis, things that I'm looking for in the upcoming week or next few weeks. So first of all, let's have a look at AUD CAD. AUD CAD, at the moment, we have indecision. So we have this inside bar and another inside bar, so double inside bar. So that means indecision, so going sideways at the moment. So I'm looking to see what will happen with that. Let's have a look at the monthly chart. If we look on the monthly chart, we're sort of in the middle of the downward channel. On the weekly, we have broken to the previous high, and we have a small pullback there. So on this, if on the daily, that is, so if we have price come back up above the weekly pivot, which will be here, I'll just draw. So this is the weekly pivot for next week, which will likely be lower, just a little bit. So if we have price come above, then we could look for long to the next level of resistance. Alternatively, if the price breaks below, we would look for short opportunities. So I'm looking at that range there, and then to see what happens. What I would like to see, because here we only have a high, we don't have a lower high. So I would be looking for a lower high first if to go short. Otherwise, it may just continue to go long after this indecision period. Okay, considering price has closed underneath the weekly pivot, then there is an opportunity that this could actually be now reverting. If you have a look here, where price closed above the weekly pivot, price kept going up. So price closing a number of times below the weekly pivot, we would be looking to see if there is a reversal there. So that is AUD CAD. Next is the Euro USD. And on Euro USD, I'm looking for long opportunities. If we look at the monthly chart, we are currently in this range where price has just been going within this range. And the last week, price has gone higher. So I'm looking for that price to continue to the top of the range there. On the weekly chart, if we have a look, it's basically just broken the previous trend line, and we had a little bit of a pullback and retest of that on the weekly. And on the daily, if we have a look at these points here, price was going lower. We had a couple of touches, and now we had price break above, and we are seeing the pullback. So we're looking for price to go higher. Now, in terms of the price action, what I would like to see is I would like to see price come back underneath and close below first. And then to go higher. Could be a reversal bar. we already have a bullish engulfing body. This bar is already a bullish engulfing body. So that is already a reversal pattern. But I'm looking for further confirmation on this. Just also to point out, USD, the US and GBP, so Great Britain, have a bank holiday on Monday. So that could mean that Monday is another indecision day. So at the moment, we have a inside bar. We could potentially have a double inside bar before we have some kind of decision bar. So that's what I would be looking at. And if that in fact pans out, and then I would be looking for long opportunities. Okay, next is USD CAD. And USD CAD, I'm looking for short opportunities, but because of this break of that trend line and a retest, there is a possibility that that could just continue and go back into the previous channel. So just looking at what the price action is going to look like next week. If you have a look where it is on the monthly, it is at the top of the channel. So usually from the top of the channel, I like to look for short opportunities. It has been hanging around here and going basically in a just sideways price action. But off the top, preference is to look for short opportunities. However, it could just keep going to the top there, or maybe to that previous price action there. So on the monthly chart, that's where we are at. On the weekly, if we look at that price action going up, it did revert there and now closed. We had two closes underneath with a high test bar. So on this time frame, I would be looking, if the price action breaks underneath the red bar, then would be looking at short opportunities back to this level here. So now looking at the daily time frame, this is where we're on the daily time frame. So we've got that channel up that the price was going in, and now it's back in that channel, but it has broken here underneath. So just make that a bit bigger. So we've had a couple of closes underneath, a break, and now looking at this as a retest. If this in fact is a retest, it's a lower high, and we also had lower lows. So that is the reason I would be looking for short opportunities. The weekly pivot will be here, slightly higher. So I would prefer to see price action close underneath with some kind of strong reversal before looking at the short opportunities. Okay, so let's see what price action will do in the upcoming week. Let's have a look. Next one is USD CHF. So this one, I'm looking at short opportunities. So now let me just go to the monthly so you can see where we are on the monthly. We're basically going back up with a slight pullback, and it is a at the moment an engulfing bar, but this month is not finished. Doesn't finish until the end of next week. So that bar is not actually closed. It is still open and it can still move. On the weekly, we are just at the previous high, and we did have a reversal for the downside at that level, and now we are retesting that level again. So this is a key level for the reversal to happen. So on the daily, if we look at the daily, this is where we're at, and that's the previous high. We have this high here, which is lower than the previous one there, and we are waiting, well, I'm waiting for a lower high here. If we do have a lower high, then I would be looking for short opportunities at that point. In terms of the price action cyclicity, we did have higher highs, higher lows. Here, again, that's the break. So price broke out of that previous channel, and now we have the pullback. So if we do have a reversal, a strong reversal at this point, which is lower than that one, or potentially equal for a double top, or lower high, then that would be the point to look for short opportunities. Again, because the weekly pivot will be here, I would be looking for price action reversal that closes underneath the weekly pivot to be able to take a short opportunity down to these levels here. Okay, and this one, USD Singapore dollar. Again, like all of these are, obviously pretty much the same because they're correlated, being US pairs. But this one, again, is a little bit undecided. Need to see more price action on the USD Singapore dollar. On the monthly, this is where we are at. We had not broken the previous high on the monthly, so we would be looking for short opportunities there. We already had the pullback on that bar there, but that bar is not finished. It's a monthly candle still open. This is the weekly view. Let me just so we're basically going into this triangle sort of pattern where we are now looking to see which way the price would break. So either underneath for a short or above for a long. This is where the patience really pays off, because when the price action is just ranging and going sideways within sort of a certain channel, then we need to see what happens to the price action. So looking at this big bar here, we could have the channel there. So really we would want to be outside of that channel to decide where or have some close outside of that channel to decide which way that price action is going to be going. Again, weekly pivot will be slightly higher, but price is making lower lows at the moment. We're just waiting for that reversal there, if there is going to be one. So yeah, let me see on the weekly again. Yeah, so on the weekly, because now that those two bars are closed, and that is indecision again. So that is the range, indecision. So here we're waiting for a break or a close outside that area first to see which way it's going to be going. what I would like to see, because I'm looking at US going short, any bounce off the top of that range with a close underneath, I would be looking for short opportunities. Otherwise, close underneath here and retest of that area here for short opportunities. Okay, and the last one is Euro AUD. This one not so clear, but would be looking for short opportunities just because we are at around the top of the previous resistance. However, we are going in a range. So really would need to see the price action towards the top or broken underneath to go short. So that's the monthly view. This is the weekly. So on the weekly, we have an engulfing bar at the end, an engulfing body as well. So it is possible that the price action would first continue again to the top of that area before reverting back underneath if we had some kind of reversal there. If we have price action go above, then obviously would need to wait for the retest before looking for long opportunities. And on the daily, so this is price action still making lower highs. So high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and looking at a reversal here to go short. And also we're back into the channel, underneath the channel. So price looking at short all the way to these previous levels of low, with probably some profit, partial profit before that level there. So that is my analysis for the upcoming week. I think the USD CHF, I would like to see the price action for that one. I've been waiting for that for quite some time. So that is probably my preferred trade if that sets up in the coming week. Again, just remember that Monday is a bank holiday in the US and for Great Britain as well. So price may not be as expected, maybe low volumes, obviously, if the banks are closed. Okay. Let me see. I'm just checking the comments. Sorry, just give me a minute. Okay. If you need any more help, please reach out to the Actions to Wealth team. They have various programs for you to join and learn different aspects of trading, including price action, fundamentals, and different strategies. So that is all from me this week. I hope you have a great week of trading, and I wish you all the best. See you next